Nerdtopia, yo, and we got a freaking podcast. Cruising in the speeder, bullseye, and flipping wombats. Comics, video games, movies, real-life superheroes is what you can expect if you're wired to be in weirdo. So we welcome all the newbies and the groupies, flashing boobies in the movies without cooties. In the show, it's got you drooling with this comedy, no fooling. Now presenting you your host is Steve and Doolin. Word, NerdtopiaCast.blogspot.com, Facebook.com/NerdtopiaCast, also YouTube and podcast 38 seconds.
What's happening, Nerdtopia? This is Doolin Dalton.
And Steve Wareham.
And let's get down and nerdy, shall we, Steve?
That was really official of me. I don't know where that came from. It's like, this is Doolin Dalton. I was like, and Steve Wareham, like I'm straightening up a tie or something. That was.
And Steve Wareham.
This is serious business we're doing here, folks.
This is the newer, improved, more formal Nerdtopia cast today, you see.
We hold our mics with our pinkies in the air.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a disclaimer. As a matter of fact, I am 4 glasses of wine in tonight, so...
Ooh, the hard stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of wine?
Yeah, wait, actually, I went down to the Biltmore today.
Yeah?
Picked up a couple bottles of wine.
You drinking the Merlot? You drinking the
I'm
White
actually
Zin?
drinking the Rosé.
Rosé?
Rosé, yes.
That's a really gay-sounding wine, I don't mind telling you.
Well, I was just going to say, you might want to watch yourself, because I might start steering the conversation towards the realm of homosexuality. Wow,
Yes.
I'm slurring pretty bad, man.
Yeah, you are. No, this is cool. No, let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. I like where this is going.
Let's run with this, man. Let's run with it. Let's run with it. It's
All
good. It's good stuff. All good things.
Yeah, you know
It's
what?
like a carousel. You pay your quarter, the carousel goes up and down and around.
And if
you're down and around.
Yep. And if your butthole hurts the next day, who's
Yeah, you know, who's to say?
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Yeah.
It's okay. We don't judge here at Nerdtopia.
That's right.
We're
That's
very
right.
pro-gay. You know, we're not gay, but that's cool. We support it. It's all good.
It ain't gay if it's on internet radio.
That's exactly it, man. That's right. Nobody listens to this show.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's right. We'll be listening to that and be like,
It's been a pretty busy week for both of us, though.
oh my god, unbelievably busy. And unfortunately, all the content that I have to talk about, I literally cannot talk about yet. But
I know. Like we're bursting at the seams, man.
It's coming. It does have to do with the show, and it is around the corner. We're so close to being able to announce it. It is awesome. And my face has been melted several times by the project, but we will be coming. Probably we're really hoping to get this thing off the ground next week. So tune in next week. And
when you'll hear Steve say
shit that happened, but it has consumed my life. I've dumped a ton of hours into this, and it's gonna pay off in a big bad way. So
holy shit, man! I see you
Yeah.
when you get involved in a project in this way, and you are right. It completely consumes you. It becomes your life. I saw you do that when you were working on Charlie.
Yeah.
And a few other times in your life, whenever you've had some sort of zany get-rich-quick kind of scheme.
Well, this isn't
going to work.
Yeah, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a get-rich way down the road scheme. This is a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm telling you right now, we're doing it really wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, I've thrown myself into work the last couple of weeks, and I've been really busy, but I haven't, this is actually the first time I've talked to you since we did the cast last week, just because of how hectic things have been for both of us.
Yeah, so it's been a really busy week. It's, but it's all for the cause, man. There's going to be a gigantic payout when all this is said and done, so... I hate to tease that, but that'll make people, I guess, listen to the next episode. So listen to that next episode. We may have announcements. We may not, but we're hoping to, definitely.
Always Steve with the teasing.
Yeah, I know. I'm
a
tease,
sleep
man.
many a night having been teased by Steve.
Yeah, well, it's not teasing if you eventually deliver on it. So
you're building anticipation.
That's right. In our 60s, wow. It's going to be... there's not enough Astroglide on planet Earth, man.
I just want to throw a real quick thanks out there to Sarah Lynn, Chris, and Charles Bastrap.
For holding the fort
and
down.
our wives, of course.
Yeah.
You guys have been just absolutely amazing in helping us get this whole thing rolling and helping us plug our show and get the message out there. And, from us to you, thank you so much, guys. We can't thank you enough for everything you've done for us.
And another special thanks to Phoenix Jones and Purple Rain, because this is something that, we thought we were just going to get them on the show for a minute, and that was going to kind of be the end of it. But they are forever kind of touting us in every chance that they get. So we're really thankful for them as well.
Absolutely. And did you catch Phoenix in the news this past week?
I did, man. I did. He jumped into action at the at the behest of a young woman who was getting punched in the face or some such.
Yeah. Don't beat up women, guys. It's not cool.
Yeah. Especially don't beat up a woman in the city where Batman freely roams the streets. That's a bad idea.
Right?
Like seriously, all right, if you're gonna hit, I would never condone this, but I'm not gonna say that because that would be, but if you're gonna steal a Snickers from a 7-Eleven, don't do it in Seattle. Do it in like Memphis, man. Batman's not in Memphis. Go there, steal their stuff, but stay out of Seattle.
Who do you think might be patrolling Memphis, though? There's got to be a superhero out there.
I don't know, man. Have you been to Memphis? Oh, that would be badass, right?
He's not wrestling anymore, but he's become a superhero.
And then Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart comes out with a bullhorn. It's like, stay away from him, Honky!
Oh, that's too good, man. That's too good. Well, you want to get the show started, brother?
We should.
All right, let's get going. Here we go. First up, emails. Nobody sends us any emails ever, Steve. Ever.
I've gotten several emails this week, but it's all from Amazon.com telling me that there are bargain basement prices right now on digital downloads, and one from Wizards of the Coast. Now, this came to I think we should share this because this came to the, I don't know why it came, I don't remember signing up for anything, but this came to the show email address. So we're going to start, if you fuckers don't send us emails, we're going to start sharing our spam. The other email...
I got an email from a guy who wanted to make my penis 7 sizes larger. So
done. The other email was from Wizards of the Coast, reminding me that that Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013 for Xbox Live, Steam, and PlayStation 3 comes the week after next.
Right.
So not today. Actually, no, not today, but the following Monday or Tuesday. Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013 for Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation 3 will be coming. I think it's like $9.99. So.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I got my money's worth out of it.
$10.
Yeah, I got my money's worth out of the 2012 version. So.
I mean, you and I definitely did. I think we spent many a night playing that on Steam together.
Yeah, if you think about it, that's cheaper than 3 booster packs. So it's worth it. And if you're listening to this and haven't given yourself a shot at Magic the Gathering yet, and you're calling yourself a true nerd, you're gonna have to check your pass at the gate, man, because you've got to at least sit down and understand the rules of playing like Magic or Warcraft has a card game. That wasn't bad. You never got into that, but.
Right.
You got to get into a TCG, to get your card punched, and learn the rules and understand. But I haven't picked up a pack in a long time.
What do you think would be on like the nerd card to be officially considered a nerd? You've got like trading card games, role playing games, MMORPGs, comic books,
movies.
Pretty much sum it up. There's got to be more.
Oh yeah. There's certain movies I think you have to watch. You have to know. I think you have to have basic understanding of comics. Like, you don't have to know. Like, you don't have to be the guy who can name all the Green Lanterns. Through the history and stuff like that. You don't have to know. You don't need to know that there were 19 different Robins, but you need to know who's in the Justice League. You need to know who's in the Avengers. You need to know who's basically in the X-Men. So I think that covers it there. And there's certain movies you have to watch. Like, you have to see all the new reboot superhero movies.
You have to have read The Dark Knight Rises. That's my stipulation.
Yeah, or Watchmen. Yeah.
And you have to have at least read like 2 or 3 Frank Miller graphic novels, I think.
Or Preacher. Preacher will cover you.
Yes. Yeah. Oh God, that's such an. I never finished Preacher.
I got it, man. I got it.
The whole thing?
Yeah. I'll talk to you about it.
I'm gonna have to borrow that.
Yeah.
So speaking of Frank Miller graphic novels, I think they announced who was going to be the voice of old Batman in the Dark Knight Returns animated movie.
Did they?
Yes. It's going to be none other than Peter Weller, a.k.a. RoboCop.
RoboCop, man, that's awesome.
RoboCop will be Batman. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
You know who else would be good for that?
Who's that?
Sam Elliott.
Ooh.
Yeah, with a deep room.
They call this Gotham City.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? I mean,
City.
It'd be a different kind of take on the character, but I think it'll be better. Yeah. He's got a sexy voice. I like that.
He's got a sexy stash. Too.
He does. Oh my God! Have you seen? I wonder if like he actually rocks a mustache wax. I think he would have to with a mustache like that.
Person I know that could pull it off. Man.
Oh yeah. I knew a guy at a place where I used to work who was the manager of a Waffle House. He's a nice guy, but he was one of the mustache wax type dudes, and it's just like, no, you're not Sam Elliott, man. You can't pull that off.
Certain people, if I see the mustache wax, I automatically think hipster douchebag.
Yeah.
And he's not one of them. He can pull it off.
No, Sam Elliott definitely not a hipster douchebag. If you learn nothing else from the show.
Yeah, Sam Elliott is not a hipster douche.
That's true.
He's a cool man. Hey, I wanted to tell you this, man. I saw a trailer for a movie this week that kind of intrigued me, and believe it or not, it was a Disney film.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. No, I got excited about it, and I called Jen in, and I called Aiden, and I got really excited about this film. This is a Disney movie. It's called Wreck-It Ralph. Have you seen the trailer for this movie?
No, I have it queued here, but I haven't seen it all the way through.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and plug this movie a little bit. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but I'm kind of a fan of the Disney movies. Not all of them, but I like a lot of them. I was a big fan of like Emperor's New Groove, Disney's Up, and there's a handful of others. I like the Toy Story movies. Wreck-It Ralph is a video game villain.
Huh.
He's kind of a throwback to Donkey Kong a little bit, and maybe kind of that combined with that old arcade game Rampage when that was out.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of like a combination between those two guys. One of the guys from Rampage and Donkey Kong. He's an 8-bit video game villain from like 1980 something.
Okay.
And he's been doing this. He's been doing this for about 30 years or so. And one day he up and decides that he does not like being the villain in this video game anymore. And he wants to jump games. He's going to do the forbidden thing. He's going to leave his video game and go into another video game where he can try to be the hero. And it's done in a very Disney fashion, but they also have cameos by a lot of other classic video game characters in there. So it's got. I think this is going to be a movie that's going to bridge generations from like my generation and your generation to our kids' generation. It's really going to be something that we can all kind of enjoy together. With video games as a central theme, so I felt like it was kind of noteworthy for our show here on NerdtopiaCast to kind of give this movie a little shout and get your blood pumping about it. If you haven't seen the trailer for this or heard anything about this movie yet, I'm really excited about it, man. We brought in a little clip from the trailer that was released just a couple days ago, and we're going to roll it for you real quick.
Sure must be nice being the good guy.
Nice share, Ralph. As fellow bad guys, we've all felt what you're feeling.
I'm Zangief, I'm bad guy.
Hi, Zangief.
Ralph, you are bad guy.
But this does not mean you're bad guy.
Zombie, bad guy.
Hi, Zombie.
Hi, Zombie. Zangief's saying labels not make you happy. Good, bad. You must love you.
I don't want to be the bad guy anymore.
That looks really good, man.
Yeah. So if you didn't see it, if you were, this is just the audio, but he's sitting in kind of like a self-help seminar kind of group with like Bowser and the Ghost from Pac-Man and Zangief from Street Fighter, Kano from Mortal Kombat is in there. And so if you watch the trailer further, you can find it online. We won't play the whole thing here. But, he goes into, like, Hero's Duty, which is, I guess, kind of like a mashup of Call of Duty and Halo.
Yeah.
And he starts trying to be the hero in those games. And he goes into this, like, Candyland kind of game. And this is a story of a villain who just wants recognition as a hero. But it's, like I said, it's got that sort of video game theme to it that I really think is going to get all of us gaming nerds excited for a Disney movie.
Yeah, man, that looks cool. Well, Disney... they've put out, the last couple of them have been really good. And I'm excited to see Brave too. Brave looks like it's going to be good. So the Disney Pixar stuff always delivers, and this being one of those movies, that is really exciting. So I'm excited to see that. Did you ever see a movie called The King of Kong?
I didn't. Tell me about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's called The King of Kong, and it's about the story about this guy named actually you'll like this. The subtitle is it's The King of Kong, a fistful of quarters. Yeah, it's about this guy named Billy Mitchell, and Billy Mitchell he's gotten the highest ever recorded scores on both Donkey Kong and the Centipedes in the 1980s. This dude is rocking, and now this was filmed in 2006 or 2007, and this guy is still rocking a world-class mullet. So yeah, and he is also he's a Floridian now. He's considered the sauce king of Florida for his successful line of homemade hot sauces. But he's still very much into, like, he still considers, like, his Donkey Kong and Centipede scores like the biggest his biggest achievement in life. Wow. Yeah, he ends up like, kind of going on. So I guess he has, like, these things have conventions and stuff too. He ends up kind of using this as his claim for fame. Anyways, out in Redmond, Washington, there's this guy named Steve Wiebe. And he was an engineer for Boeing, and he got laid off, so he decided he was going to be a science teacher, and it's just like, he enjoyed it, but there was something missing in his life. He was missing the challenge, I guess, of being an engineer. So he goes and he finds I guess he's out yard selling or whatever, and he goes and he finds a Donkey Kong console for sale, like the big cabinet, the arcade cabinet. And he plugs it in his garage, and he just starts playing. And it's like one of those things you fucking read about. He plugs it in, turns it on, and then just starts going and going and going. So this guy, Billy Mitchell, his high score was his world record, and these things are judged by little scrawny Weasley dudes who, like, travel all across the country, and they're like referees for these 1980s video games. Yeah. So this guy Billy Mitchell, who had all this stuff, the success in the 80s, his world record was 874,300.
Right.
So Weeby's like, well, I love Donkey Kong. I'm awesome at Donkey Kong. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat that high score. That's gonna be kind of the thing I do. So he goes out and he scores, and he tapes it. He scores 1,006,600 points.
Holy shit! And this is all, like, real. This is a documentary.
This is all real. Okay, so
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hold on. This is where it gets. This is good. So he sends this Weeby guy sends this video of him, destroying the high score to this guy Billy Mitchell, right?
Okay.
And Mitchell is sitting atop his, his.
This guy killed himself, didn't he?
No. It's so much better. The payoff is so much better. So he
better
sits.
than him committing suicide on camera. I can't think of much else.
Just wait, sir.
Better than that.
So, the whole thing, spoilers. By the way, go rent this movie. Find it on. It was on Netflix a while back.
Movie after we spoil the fuck out of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's worth it because it's worth it. This is one that you'll hear about it. You can hear everything about the movie and watch just to see these people. So this guy, epic mullet, right? And I think he only has the mustache, if memory serves me correct. No, it's a handlebar mustache. So this guy looks, he wears like the cowboy shirts with the bolas and everything. Just, just cut out of a fucking comic book. And so this guy gets this tape of this unemployed engineer in Washington beating his high score. And he's like, he watches it and he's like, oh, I have a big fucking problem here. It's like, fuck this guy. His machine is rigged. So, the sauce king of Florida, Billy Mitchell, with the mullet and everything, sends this tape to a retired banker and professional gamer named Brian Koo, who also is a lawyer. So this guy has gone through, well, one would hope, has gone through law school. He's a retired banker, and now he's a professional gamer with in his spare time. And he worships the ground Billy Mitchell walks on because he's the Donkey Kong guy. So he's like his own little minion. And so Brian Koo's like, this will not stand, so this guy travels all the way out to Washington State to investigate this weeby guy's machine to see if it's all worked up or anything.
Right, okay.
So
he's going to make sure there's no foul play afoot, basically.
This is how important this is, okay?
The high score of fucking Donkey Kong.
Yes.
He's got to make sure that his legacy remains intact.
This gets deeper. Okay, so Weeby's like, Weeby's like, I'm going to send your circuit board to make sure that it's on the up and up. He sends it to a guy named Roy Schilt. And Roy Schilt is a self-styled fitness guru and pickup artist. Because I don't think you can be one without having the other.
Right, exactly.
Also, he holds the high score for Missile Command.
And he's a pickup artist.
Yes. So he's the one. He's the one.
Did I tell you that I had the high score from Missile Command?
That would work.
Fuck me?
Yeah, that would work for me in a second.
Well, you and me, yes, but for not so much.
I'd be like, really? What about Miss Pac?
I'll fuck you, sure, dude.
How'd you do on Miss Pac-Man? So they send it to this Schilt guy. Now, this is unbeknownst to Weeby. Schilt and Mitchell, so this is Sauce King and Fitness Guru, have been nemesis for years since Mitchell caused Schilt's... Nemesis.
I think it's nemesis.
Wikipedia says nemesis, and it's never wrong.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Yeah, they've been nemesis.
I apologize, internet gods, for arguing with Wikipedia.
Dude,
please continue.
The witch lady who wrote 574,000 Wikipedia articles and is appealing for your help is going to throw some bones and curse your ass.
No,
you need
don't
to,
want that.
You need to dial
I'm apologizing to the internet gods right now.
You need to dial it down a notch. So, anyways, these two are fucking enemies, right? He's going to investigate the motherboard for this guy. So sends him, and he's looking at it. He's like, now I've got my proof to get back at Sauce King Billy Mitchell. So he's like, so they're thinking that it's been the other two come back, and they're like, oh, clearly I didn't know that these two had beef. So clearly, he's not qualified to judge the motherboard, but now it's potentially tampered. So you guys are going to have to throw down, like in person. So they arrange.
Like throw down, like in the game, or like we're gonna pick up Knuckles and fucking throw down.
Oh no! Yeah, no. They're picking up joysticks. Although Weeby was a semi-professional pitcher too. So I mean, he's like, that's his kind of story. That's how they bill him. It's like he's got all this talent, but he always falls short. And then he's like, if I gotta win at one thing, it's gonna be fucking Donkey Kong. And so like so he kind of picks it up and gets good at it. But that's how he's billed. He's kind of billed as like, the guy who just can't make it work. And finally he does. And these guys are coming after him. So finally they all go to this arcade.
Okay. Yes.
And so they all go. So Weeby goes to this place that's known for its cabinet gaming in New Hampshire. He travels all the way down there. It's like, you guys don't believe me. I'm gonna go to this arcade called the Fun Spot Arcade in New Hampshire. And
sounds like it could also be a strip club. I just want to put that out there.
It probably is, because it's covered with 1980s cabinet games, but.
Loving it!
Yeah, so he goes, all right, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this in front of some fucker who knows. And this guy is Walter Day guy, I guess, who keeps all these records. So, all right, so it takes yet another turn here. So he's like, I'm going to tell Mitchell to come. I'm going to play him head-to-head. So Mitchell doesn't show up. Sauce King Mullet Head Mitchell doesn't show up. And he sends his lackey to go. Right? So he sends his little mini-me lawyer to go. And he goes, and they're watching dude play. So Weeby gets to what's called the kill screen, which is the very end of the game. Where you can't go any further. And
I'm sorry, but this does not sound like a documentary, man. This sounds like a full-on, like, 80s sort of, fight to survive.
I know.
Man-type movie, but this is a fucking documentary.
Yes, this is all true. So he gets to the kill screen. It gets worse. He gets to the kill screen, and he scored on this live attempt 985,600 points.
Holy piss.
So the minion, little lawyer mini-me, says, wait a second, I've got a VHS tape, which is extremely
Sounds
low.
like John Lovitz again.
Yes, well, I mean,
I'm just saying the John Lovitz in you comes out a lot when you're being like diabolical.
yeah, well, I mean that's my voice for consummate evil. She's like, I've got a VHS tape, and so he puts it in.
Like Skeletor.
Yeah, well, it's the same guy. Puts it in, and it shows this Billy Mitchell guy achieving a high score of 1,047,200 points. So, they're still like back and forth to this very day. And then like Weeby went out and got 1,049,100, whatever.
This is like still shit in progress, man. Like,
yes.
This is not over.
Yes, it's still going on. And I don't know how we got on this, but if you have not seen this movie, I can tell you, even if you have to go rent it from a fucking store, if those things even exist anymore, go rent this movie. Totally worth it, because it's called The King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters.
Oh, okay. All right. Right on.
So check it out.
Fistful of Quarters. I'm sold, man.
Yeah, and that kind of it kind of encapsulates it and shows like nerddom at its absolute worst as well. So it's a good.
That's amazing. I'm sorry. No, that's nothing bad about that. That sounds like awesome, badass nerdiness.
Oh, it was great. It was great. You should definitely check it out.
Man, I will certainly check it out, man. You know what else I'll be checking out?
What's that?
Walking Dead Season 3.
Yeah, I still have to catch up on Season 2, but that looks, I have an idea, like, Eric...
You haven't finished Season 2?
No, I've been busy with other things.
Steve.
I know. I'm going to get there.
Well, I have a little bit of Season 3 news for you.
Okay.
Walking Dead Season 3, and I'm going to go ahead, and these are spoilers. If you don't want to hear spoilers, go ahead and fast forward. Spoilers. So, I read an article that said that Michael Rooker, the actor Michael Rooker, was seen on the set for Season 3, which means we can expect the return of Merle Dixon this season.
Oh, okay. No, I know Merle. Okay. Yes,
Merle's coming back this season, bitch. Probably hook hand and everything, man.
Yeah, that was, I dug his character. I like what they did with him. That's cool. They're going to bring him back.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, you knew he was going to come back. I don't know how far you got in Season 2 or whatever. We had, there was a Michael Rooker cameo in Season 2.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not that far. Well, it wasn't. Well, not to spoil it.
No, go ahead.
But he didn't. The character didn't come back in Season 2.
Yeah.
The actor had a cameo in Season 2, but the character didn't come back. But yeah, man, we're looking at his character coming back, and it's a perfect time for it too, man. Like shit, I won't ruin anything for you because you haven't seen it, but shit's got real intense there at the end of Season 2, and they spent like 2 seasons of character development.
Yeah.
And now they're looking at just really taking off with stuff. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
I can't think of any other character I'd like to see in as a villain for Season 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up before the third one comes out because I want to be on top of it. But yeah, it's I like his character, man. He's been in a lot of things. He's a good actor, so
he's a great actor, man.
Yeah.
Couldn't help but think of his work back in a certain little movie called Mallrats, where he ate a butt pretzel, and that was amazing.
Yeah, that's right.
That was him in Mallrats, man.
Yeah, LaFours, right?
No. LaFours was the security guard.
That's right. He was the chocolate-covered pretzel guy.
Yeah, the father of Claire Danes' character in that movie. I can't remember his name offhand.
Yeah. No, he's been in a lot of good stuff too.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal. He's that guy actor. Like you see him in the movie, and you're like, hey, that guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's his name?
Michael Rooker.
Yeah, he was also in Super with Rainn Wilson.
Wasn't he in Oz as well?
Oz. I don't think he was in Oz that I know of. I could be wrong, but I don't remember him being in Oz.
I think he was one of the Aryans in Oz.
One of the Aryans?
Yeah.
There were Aryans in Oz?
Yeah, the prison show.
No. Oh, you said I was thinking of the Tin Man, the sci-fi original.
No. All the white supremacists in down the Yellow Brick Road.
Was he an Aryan? I don't know. He might be. I might have to IMDb it right now while we're sitting here talking.
Yeah. No, I think he was one of the Aryans, and I think he was the one of the leaders of the Aryan Brotherhood in Oz, the show. And the guy that
I hear you typing away. We're both looking it up.
Yeah, the guy that there were a ton of people in that cast that went on to do a lot of big stuff, but I think that he was in there, and the guy that was Chet from Weird Science, the TV show, was
that was Tobias Beecher.
Yes.
He was also in Wayne's World.
Yes.
He was I Love You, Man. That was Tim. That was Chet from Oz.
But I think
not Oz. That was Tobias from Oz. Chet from Weird Science.
Right, but I think Michael Rooker was one of the other main Aryan dudes in that show.
I am looking it up. It's taking a minute to load. Okay, here we go. So I've got IMDb, Michael Rooker, and still taking forever to load. Good old boy from Alabama. All right, let's see here. Going down to 2009. Scrolling down 2008, 2007, 2006. I'm not seeing anything in here about Oz.
Yeah, he's not credited in here, so I might be off base.
Yeah, it might not be him.
Well, he kind of looks like a white supremacist.
He does.
Anyway.
He does. He looks like he could pass as that. He's always kind of got the good henchman, evil thing. He always played the bad guy really well.
Yeah. No, I dug his performance. This is gonna be good.
Yeah. Definitely enjoyed his performance as a villain. Also, a huge fan of Christopher Walken as the villain. I always thought he was really great as the villain, particularly in Batman Returns.
Max Shrek.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Who was he in Shrek?
No. He was Max Shrek in Batman Returns.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, yeah, Shrek. Wait a minute. What?
No.
Yeah. He was Max Shrek. Also, he did a film called Search and Destroy, which I particularly enjoyed. Just for his performance, and then so Christopher Walken's always been kind of one of my favorites, man. And then talking about The Walking Dead, I saw a movie that a YouTube video that just released to the internet this week called The Walking Dead, and it really kind of made me chuckle. I know a while ago we all kind of joked about what it would be like if it were Christopher Walken in The Walking Dead called The Walking Dead. Somebody kind of took that a step further and did this as a YouTube short, and they're trying to go viral with it, and I got a chuckle out of it, man. So I'm going to go ahead and give these guys a little bit of airtime. This is a little bit longer than we usually play for a clip. It's a little bit over a minute long, but this is for a trailer for the new film The Walking Dead. Enjoy.
It's a virus. It destroys every part of your brain except for basic motor functions, and also the part that stores Christopher Walken quotes. You're a cantaloupe. 5 long years he wore this watch up his ass.
Watch as the last remnants of mankind fight for their humanity.
We were just at a party.
Everything was going fine.
And then it happened.
2 little mice fell into a bucket of cream. The first mouse quickly gave up and drowned. But the second mouse...
It was horrible. The strained conversation, the forced courtesy laughs. We're just lucky that none of us got bit, right, honey?
I know. I mean, if we had, we'd all be wearing gold-plated diapers.
Son, cat, that he is. Lost his driver's license in that man's hand.
We're getting weirder.
I feel like a little boy lost his first tooth, put it under his pillow, and waiting for the tooth fairy to come.
More obscure.
It's from the rundown. Get your shit together.
Wow.
I'd watch it. I'm sorry. If it were a movie, I'd watch it.
I gotta say, wow.
What? Tell me what you have to say, Steve.
I mean, zombies and Walken.
What about the zombies?
Wow. It's incredible.
It boggles the mind.
It's wow. It's so good.
It's so good. It's good.
Yeah, man, that would be cool.
Neither one of us should ever try to do walking ever.
Yeah. Yeah. It's no, man, that was pretty good. Like Jay Moore to me does like the best walking. Like it's
he
so.
Does.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he does. He does a great walking.
Yeah, it's perfect. But yeah, no, that's pretty funny, man. Like I think having a bunch of zombie walk-ins out there would make the zombie apocalypse that much cooler. Like if we're gonna like eat the faces off of folks, just as long as we can do it like throwing out some walking.
Send them out with a laugh, Yeah. If I'm gonna have my face eaten, at least entertain me while you're doing it.
Right, fair enough.
So that's a little clip from The Walking Dead. You can go ahead and YouTube that. That's picking up more viewers every week, trying to go viral. Always a fan of Christopher Walken and his work in Pulp Fiction and Batman Returns, for as silly as that movie was. So yeah, man, we're coming down to the release date for The Dark Knight.
Yes, it's coming, man.
Yeah, we're about a month away. We got July 20th. I'm getting excited.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. I've been looking forward to this one, and Avengers really kind of took some of its thunder just because I was so jazzed for the Avengers. But yeah, it's right around the corner, man.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been pretty excited about it. There's nothing here that we can tell you that you don't already know, but we're coming up on it. Oh, so to go ahead and switch gears on you, man. I had something that I thought would be kind of cool for us to do. It's kind of an experimental.
All right.
And yeah, so this is a little something for you guys. We're gonna see if this works. I remember a couple of weeks ago we were doing something. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but you made reference to something being a Bill Shakespeare joint.
Right.
You remember what? It was back in episode 5. You remember what I'm talking about?
I remember the reference. I don't remember. I don't remember what the hell I'm talking about from minute to minute, much less 3 episodes ago.
Right. But you made that reference. This is a Bill Shakespeare joint. We both got a chuckle out of that. It was kind of funny, and then I kind of mulled it over in my mind for the last couple of weeks. I was like, that could be funny if we play with that a little bit. Like, what could we do with a Bill Shakespeare joint? And I finally, it was like one of those things where I just kind of shot up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, like from a dead sleep, like, that's it! I've got it! So we're going to attempt this. I don't know if this is going to be popular or not. If it works, we'll continue on with it. If it doesn't, we'll kill it. We won't do it again. But I had a little something I wanted to bring to the table called Bill Shakespeare joints.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is Steve and I are going to perform a scene from a very well-known nerd-centric movie. Now, here's the kicker, though. What we're going to do is we're going to be performing it as if it were written by Shakespeare.
Okay.
And, the names have been omitted. Things that would obviously give it away, and then we'll see who can guess what scene, or not so much what scene, but what movie we are performing.
Okay.
Sound good?
It does. All right. So I've got my copy of the script here.
Yes. We have acting. I don't have my script. Let me pull it up here. Sorry, I totally dropped the ball on that one. Doolin screwed the poops, ladies and gentlemen.
So I've got a script. How do you want me to do it? Like, do you want me to do it in a voice? Do you want me to?
You can. Okay. You know what? Sir, and I'm a fellow actor.
Okay.
I'm going to be your fellow thespian here. I'm not going to be your director.
Okay, fair enough.
So what I want you to do is just use your creative skills and just go whatever direction you want to with it.
Okay.
You just be you.
Okay.
And we've got a little bit of Shakespearean music we're gonna cue up, and we're gonna put on our best thespian speak here for you. All right. Are you ready, Steve?
I'm ready to go.
All right. All right. Cue the music. Sir, I care not that thou hast a special unit of thine own command. Nay, I detest and abhor that I have investigated thy men at internal affairs.
If I worked not with men that thou hast investigated at IA, I should find myself alone. I have no love of politics, good sir, nor am I a man of ideals. I must find satisfaction with that which thou hast been dealt me.
Ah! Thou wishest for me to back warrants for the intent of searching and seizing 5 banks? Yet thou canst give me no reason as to why.
I can verily, thou names of the bank, I can give it.
This is a start. I shall acquire that for which thou hast asked, but I ask for thy trust.
Thou hast no need of convincing me, kind sir, for your reputation as a virtuous knight of valor is known throughout the city.
Ah! Such flattery. I have heard news that thou and those have called me by a less honorable title.
I know not that of which you speak.
Acting! Thank you!
Thank you, thank you.
So that was a scene from a very well-known, classic, nerd-centric movie. So if you know the name of it, shoot us an email, post it on our Facebook page. We'll give you a shout-out to you guys if you're the first one to guess it correctly. This has been a Bill Shakespeare joint, ladies and gentlemen.
Be caller 5 at 555-5555 and win something wacky.
What are you gonna win, Steve?
Pack of gum.
Yeah, we got nothing for you guys. I'm sorry. Well, man, we promised it last week. Let's go ahead and break it down. The season finale of Game of Thrones.
That's right. That was just last week, wasn't it?
Holy
man.
shit.
Yeah.
Holy mother of God.
Yeah.
First of all, I think the episode was called The Lord Margulis. I have no idea what the hell that means or what it is a reference to, but you know what? It's Game of Thrones, man. You don't question Game of Thrones.
No, you do not question the Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones is not to be questioned.
We're still on Bill Shakespeare joints.
What's it?
You know, that's okay, though. That's okay, because Game of Thrones is kind of like a combination between Dungeons and Dragons and Shakespeare.
It is.
So what'd you think, man? It was freaking amazing, I thought. Especially that ending. Like, we said spoilers last week that they were going to end in a very chilling climax, and man, did they deliver.
And you're referring to the dragons, right?
No. Okay, spoilers. I'm talking about, spoilers. Once again, spoilers. Talking about the White Walkers coming down from the north.
Yes. Yeah, man. And they were, dude, they are coming. Winter is coming, man, and it's coming with big blue eyes and 8 feet tall and
how fucking creepy was that?
On a horse with half the skin flying off of it. Yeah, that was cool. I'd almost forgot because the dragon part to me was kind of what got my juices flowing. Because I figured, they're working towards the White Walkers coming down, so you know that's going to happen. But to see the dragons finally kicking in, that was pretty awesome.
Oh god, that was so badass, man. And I first of all, I got to give props to your wife for calling it correctly. Like, I said it was going to be the death of the week of the season finale was going to be Daenerys's handmaiden, her knight, if you will. Can't remember the character's name to save my life.
Joris.
But no, she said, what is it?
Joris.
Okay, yeah. I like that guy. But no, as a matter of fact, your wife was right. She said it was going to be the retainer of the Stark House.
Yeah.
But you see, I didn't really consider him to be a main character.
I didn't either. So that's when they said a main character is going to die. I thought it'd be a main character. Because last time they killed a main character, they killed off the main character.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so I thought it was going to be that's kind of where my head was at. But, it made sense, and I liked the episode. I thought it was well pieced together, but to build that as a killing off a main character to me felt a little cheap. But
yeah, Robb Stark's gonna have hell to pay next season.
Yeah, okay, so he went back on that marriage thing with the girl.
He married Talisa, man.
Right.
He went and he eloped, and he had betrothed to a lord of another land that was up the north to kind of help him get his army. So he's promised to another girl, and yet he went off and married this army nurse, basically. I mean, he's king of the north, and he went and married this army nurse.
Yeah, it was the somebody from the Fray. Eric is saying, yeah, the princess of the Fray or something like that.
Talisa. Her name is Talisa.
No.
No, I'm sorry. You're talking about the woman that he was engaged to.
Yeah, the one that he was engaged to, like the something or the she's coming over here. What you got?
Yeah, but look at Talisa, man. I mean, really, can you blame him?
Yeah. What you got? Hang on.
Well, I was gonna say he was originally betrothed through a deal that his mother brokered with Lord Frey.
Right, that's what we were talking about.
So that they could cross the bridge. So he was betrothed. He could have his choice of any of Lord Frey's daughters, but by marrying Talisa, the girl who cuts off people's feet. Spoilers.
I'm saying she's hot. You're like Talisa, the girl who cuts off people's feet.
She's a badass who cuts off.
It doesn't take a badass to cut off people's feet.
She's hot, is what she is.
Dahmer cut off people's feet.
I'm not saying she cuts off feet. She's smoking hot.
She's all right, man. She's not.
No, your wife is sitting right there, sir.
Oh, I say.
You're not fooling me for a second. She's fucking hot.
No, I say people are hot.
Jen, I love you.
She's
I love
hot.
you very much.
She's
but
hot.
Talisa is hot, and you would agree with me.
She's hot. It's cool.
No. Hold on, wait. Whoa, back up the truck here. Hang on. No. I say people are hot all the time around my wife. I think she's okay. She's just not, she's not Scarlett Johansson or anything.
That's true. She's not Scarlett Johansson.
This could really come back to bite him in the ass because, the king of the Fray could be like, hey, look, these are my kids, and they're all like ballin', and they're all like Scarlett Johansson and Anne Hathaway and like two chicks at the same time, and it's like, oh man, I married the chick who cuts people. Bah.
I don't care, man. I'd risk the kingdom for her. She's pretty sexy.
You think she's the hottest one on the show to date?
What's that?
You think she's the hottest girl on the show to date?
Ooh, hottest girl. Yeah, I'd say so. I would say so. So far, out of all the women that have been on the show, she's the one that I've been most attracted to. Aside from maybe Cersei.
Really? You're a fucking Lannister, dude.
The character's a bitch, and I fucking hate her, but I think the actress is way sexy.
You're a Lannister. I knew it.
I'm not a Lannister.
You are a Lannister.
I'm just saying that Cersei is sexy.
You are pale of skin and fair of hair.
Can you say sexy Cersei 5 times fast?
No. But
try it.
No.
Try to be fun.
Sexy Cersei, sexy Cersei, sexy Cersei, sexy Cersei, sexy Cersei. Bam. But I will say that I think she says Roz is harder.
Which one's Roz?
The hooker from the town.
No, never.
I think Daenerys is better looking. No. No. Hold on. Calm yourself. I think the queen who's now gonna marry Joffrey is hotter.
Yeah, the Tyrell.
Yeah. She's good.
I can take her or leave her.
Yeah, she's good looking.
She's alright.
I'd take her over the nurse though.
That'll be interesting too, man. Like she really just wants to be clean at any cost. I don't think she's quite realized what she's getting herself into.
I get confused with all the floppy-haired dudes in the show. So which one? Okay, these are the three guys that get confused. The king of the Knight of the Flowers, Cersei's cousin that she's banging, and the Tyrell's brother. Are they any of them the same guy?
I don't even know who the hell you're talking about.
Okay, remember Renly was having sex with the Knight of the Flowers, whoever that was, and then Cersei was having sex with a cousin, and they looked the exact same. I don't know if they're the same person or not.
It's not. No. Cersei's cousin is Lancel, Lannister.
Okay.
The Knight of the Flowers was having an affair with Renly. But if you remember, when Marjorie Tyrell, that's who the Tyrell person you're talking about is, when she was married to Renly, she offered, because she knew that he was, preferred men, she offered to bring her brother in.
Yes, I remember that.
So
yes.
they are 3 separate guys. Now, you do get a quick glance of her brother in the season finale as Tywin Lannister is coming in on his horse. He's the blonde that's standing to the right of the door, to our right of the door. So they are 3 different guys.
Man, you took notes on this shit. I should just have your wife come in and talk to me about this when we start talking about Game of Thrones.
Thank you, Encyclopedia Brown. You can go sit.
Yeah, and they fucked Tyrion over too, man. Like, he went out there and put his life on the line, got scarred in the face, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're out, Daddy's in." Sorry.
That was kind of surprising to me because he kind of saved the day. You figured that he would have won some affection for that, but
no, he got no glory for that, man. Yeah. Like, that was all. His dad got all the glory for that. He got nothing.
Yeah.
We saw Theon Greyjoy make his stand at the wall, and he actually acted rather bravely. I was surprised. He was willing to go out there and lay down his life and just say, "Well, it's over. I could choose to take the coward's way out, but I'm going to go out there and face my death." And then he got knocked out by his own men, and he's going to be turned over to Robb.
Okay, wait. Erica just wrote something down that was actually pretty clever. So I'm going to let her say this because she rarely ever says anything clever. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say all dwarves are bastards in the eyes of their fathers.
True story.
Yeah, so that's a big part of the reason why Tyrion gets screwed over in terms of getting credit. And remember, he was taken down by that guard who was in league with Cersei, who was loyal to Cersei.
Yeah.
So when Tywin comes back, remember, Tyrion was only serving his hand to the king in Tywin's stead. So when Tywin came back, that's why he got demoted.
How do you remember all this stuff, man?
After I watch each episode, I go back and read the synopsis so I can get it all in my head. Because I don't usually get a chance to watch them more than once. So I usually have to go back and read it one time, and then it's in there. It's good.
Well, damn.
And today is Peter Dinklage's name day. Happy name day.
Happy name day, Peter Dinklage!
Well, happy name day.
Yeah.
I shall send you 1,000 whores, good sir.
It's his birthday.
Oh.
We should all worship the god of tits and wine, just like Tyrion does.
What the fuck are you people talking about?
It's his birthday. Today is Peter Dinklage's birthday.
Well, why didn't you just fucking say birthday?
Because name day is what they call it in the show.
All right. Yeah, so we'll talk over this. We had a brief disconnection, and now we are reconnected. So apparently she explained to me afterwards that name day is what they call it in the show. They just call it birthday because people like me get confused. I spent way too many brain cells in my life on alcohol. I don't have it left for all this little nonsense that you people are talking about with your frippery and your Mr. Tumness and your fucking butterbeer and shit.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Happy name day, Peter Dinklage. You're the man, sir.
Yeah, way to be short. I'm mad now.
I got one more little piece of Game of Thrones that I want to throw out there, man. I'm fucking thrilled to see this journey that Jon Snow is on.
Yeah, so he's going to become one of these, wildlings.
Well, I don't know that he's going to become one of them, but he's going to see the king of the wildlings of the north, like the far north.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see which direction this is going to go next season. And then, of course, we have we wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't throw our nod out there to Daenerys, who conquered Karth this past season.
Dragon!
The fucking dragon, and she defeated the sorcerer, and Karth is hers, man. Like, they successfully killed the usurper of Karth, which means she's the king of Karth, so to speak. She's not going to rule there, but she's taking all of the riches and have to go raise an army and come marching in. Maybe as soon as next season, maybe not. I don't know, but that's exciting as hell.
Yeah, man, I've dug her character from the beginning, and I am a fan of Dragon. So yeah, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna kind of bring things to a whole new level. I'm excited. That's gonna be good.
And then, of course, the very end of the season, last shot you see is the large army of The Walking Dead coming down. It was bone chilling, man. I'm excited. Season 3 is going to bring a lot of great stuff. We've got to wait, but that's okay. I'm going to sit on it for a little bit. In the meantime, we've got Walking Dead coming in, and Dexter coming back for another season, and a lot of those other shows that I really enjoy. So it's an exciting time, brother.
Yep. It'll all be good. I got to catch up with everything kind of flying by right now. It's hard to take a breath, but I was lamenting about Game of Thrones kind of coming to an end, and now it's like there's so many other things going on that I don't know. I'm hoping I can get back around and get to it when it comes back out. So
yes, and I've got one last little piece of news here before we bring it to a close tonight. There's a possible Venom movie in the works.
Really?
Yes, by Sony Pictures. They're thinking about doing a Venom movie and doing it as a possible tie-in with The Amazing Spider-Man. Although I don't know how the hell you're going to do a Venom movie without Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't think you. I mean, I don't think you can, because it's if you're gonna do an origin, you've got to show the symbiote and stuff like that. Although, yeah, they're going to have to do some sort of time. But, the big rumor was that they pumped that thing out just to get, to basically get their money back and keep the license for it. But, I don't know, man. Maybe they're believers. Maybe they think they can turn it into a franchise. And if they can, they do it quality, good on them.
Well, I hope so, man. I think they're looking at all the money the Avengers rolled in, and they're thinking, well, we need to do our own sort of movie franchise and tie it in together. And I'm hoping that they decide to go that route, that they do it right. I don't see them doing it right with Venom as his own movie, though, because he's a character that ties in with Peter Parker himself.
Yeah.
So I don't really see that lending itself to its own movie.
I don't know, man. We'll see. It's the jury's still out. I haven't heard of anybody that's seen any of the early footage from the new Spider-Man, but generally, the hype machine should be in full effect right now, and it's still like I haven't heard much about it. Usually, when they push the reviewers back, when you're not getting early reviews in, that means that they're not real happy with the product. So who knows? We'll see.
We will see, man. It all kind of hinges on how well The Amazing Spider-Man does, and like I said, I don't really have high hopes for it. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, and maybe it'll surprise us, but we'll see.
Maybe it will.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I think that's gonna be it for us for this week. What do you think?
That's all I got. Yep, I'm gonna be in Vero Beach this Friday night. So Vero Beacherites, be ready. Veroites, be ready, man. That's what we like to be called. We're Veroites. Yes, be ready, man, because it's gonna be a night to remember. And then I'm gonna be right back up here next Monday to do another show. So fantastic. Yeah, make sure you take lots of pictures down there, man, and hook up with some of our fellow Nerdtopians down there. I'm sorry I can't make it, but I'd like to see what goes on. And remember, it's not gay if it's at Vero Bowling Alley. Or if it's in the dark. Right, exactly. Or if it's behind Vero Bowling Alley. Or if you're kind of drunk. Or if your wife's not looking. Or, if you just kind of enjoy it. Just saying. Doolin. All right, from NerdtopiaCast, I'm Doolin Dalton. I'm Steve Wareham. Let's get on out of here. Good night, folks.